वाहेगुरु 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 वाहेगुरु।
हम अवगुण परे एक गुण नाही, अमृत छाड़ बिखे बिख खाही। माया मोह परम पै पूले, सुतदारा स्यो प्रीत लगाई। एक उत्तम पंथ सुनियो गुर संगत, तह मिलंत जम त्रास मिटाई। एक अरदास पाठ कीरत की, गुरु रामदास राखो सरनाई। गुरु रामदास राखो सरनाई। जिनी ऐसा हर नाम ना चेत्यो, से काहे जग आए राम राजे। एह मानस जन्म दुलंभ है, नाम बिना बिरथा सब जाए। हुनवते हर नाम ना बीजियो, अगे भुखा क्या खाए। मन मुखा नो फिर जन्म है, नानक हर पाए। नानक हर पाए। गुरु पाए साथ सिरल की फतेह पाएं जी। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। So Maharaj Ji Kirpa, we've come to the end of the fourth Amrit Bani, Sri Chaupai Sahib, which we read at least once a day, but hopefully we should be reading it twice a day, because Kal Yuga is getting worse. When it's Guru Nanak Dev Ji's time, the world seemed to be on more of a path of enlightenment. Now it looks like it's less. There's more Maya everywhere. Maya Jal is getting bigger. So to get out of that Maya Jal, we have to grab hold of Bani, because Bani is the light. Maharaj says Gurbani is Jag mein Chanan. This is the light, Gurbani. So we should read it more and more. We've come to the last two bits. Last week we covered up to the 25th of the buds of Chaupai Sahib, and then we talked about those bits that we don't have to read every day, but a lot of people do, and we did translation of that. And this week then we come to the end, which is the Savaiya and the Dohera. With the Savaiya there's a style of singing. We'd covered that when we came to Tau Prasad Savaiye. And the word Savaiya can mean a few lines, but it also is this style of poetry. ठीक है ना? So whenever you do Savaiya, you've already got the beat in your head. All you need to do is look at how the words then fit that. So sometimes when there is a Vishram in how you read, we don't know whether Vishram means a pause, where the pause will come. If we sing this Shabad, this Savaiya, in the tune of a Savaiya, then we'll automatically know where to pause, where not to pause. है ना? एक चाल है ये दी Savaiya पढ़न दी. So Maharaj says, पाहें गहे जब ते तुमरे, तब ते को आँख तरे नहीं आनियो। राम रहीम पुराण कुरान, अनेक कह मत एक ना मान्यो। सिमृत शास्त्र वेद सब, बहु भेद कह हम एक ना जान्यो। श्री असपान कृपा तुमरी कर, मैं न कह्यो सब तोहे बखान्यो। मासेस पाहें गहे जब ते तुमरे। O Vaheguru, Jabte means from when. From when I got to your Pahe Gahe. Gahe means to take something on, Grahan Karna. And Pae means your feet. है ना? Hath, Pair, Pae. So what Maharaj is saying is, since that time, Vaheguru, that I grabbed hold of your feet. है ना? Because if you want to know whose feet they are, then during the Bani, Maharaj makes it clear whose feet they are. So we'll assume that you already know Maharaj is talking about Vaheguru. So when I got to your feet, Vaheguru, tab te, since then, ko aankh tare nahi aanyo. Ko means somebody else, koi hor. Aankh means eyes. Tare means like your eyes when they look around, they're obviously thalle, or it can be like when your eyes are swimming around the room, could have different meanings. Koi aankh tare nahi aanyo. Aanyo means to be pleased by something. Khushi naal. Nahi aanyo means obviously I'm not happy. So Maharaj is saying is, since the time that Vaheguru I grabbed hold of your feet, since that time, then wherever my eyes goes, if I look at anybody else, I'm not happy. Before, I might have got absorbed in the world. Before, I might have looked at you, and next minute something else got my eye, but then I've gone out. But since I grabbed hold of your feet now, from that time, but I really grabbed hold of your feet, since that time now, nothing else that comes in front of me makes me happy as much as you make me happy. Darshan dekh jiva gur tera, Puran karam hoye prabh mera. My full happiness, my full vadde bhag mere, when I finally see you. Kisi ho nu dekha, I'm not so happy. When I see my Guru, when I see Sikhi, when I see Vaheguru in darshan, to see keh lo ki physical darshan when we come to Gurdwara, or that darshan we get when we're sitting at home and doing our part, or even that darshan when we get when we're doing our part, but sometimes it clicks and we connect. When we get that darshan, then we hold on to that darshan. That could be seen as God's feet as well. Guru Di Sharan, holding on to their charan, but also the day-to-day grind. What does it mean to grab hold of God's feet? The day-to-day grind is the same thing. Every time in life we have kalesh, kal, anything that might come in front of us, at that time we have a choice if we're going to grab hold of the Sikh or the Guru's mat, of the Sikh way or the Guru's mat, or we're going to follow ourselves. When you're staying in his charan, then you do what he's advising. Soon as you start doing what you think is best and leave his advice, that means you left his charan. So staying in Guru Sangat means to stay within Gursikhi and keeping ourselves within what Guru Sahib is advising us. Now obviously every single one of us fails, we all fail. But hum ab gun pare, fir bhi ek gun nahi. We might grab hold of pick here means poison and leave Amrit, but fir bhi we have to come back to our Guru and follow his path. If we give up and say forget it, then koi na, fir kuch nahi hona sadda. Because this is the truth. You can't walk away from the truth. If you walk away from the truth, what will happen? You'll have to come back. Maharaj says in Anand Sahib, so those people who are sitting in the Sangat, who might have left Sikhi, now thinking, should I go back? Maharaj says in Anand Sahib very clearly, Je ko gurte bemukh hove, min satgur mukt na pave. If you become bemukh from Guru na, then you have to come back. Mukt na paye horthe koi, pucho bibekiya jaye. You cannot. Bibek means to go and ask people with wisdom. You can go and ask all the people with wisdom, is there any other way? Is there any other way apart from going back to my Guru? And sabne ek hai na? Nahi. You have to go back to the truth, because the truth is that the one, Ik, made everything, and the one has sent our Guru as a Sat Guru. Sat Gur Prasad. To go back to him, we need to find somebody who is enlightened, and every Satguru will speak the same truth. It's not like you're going to find God in another religion through another way. The way will be the same. Nimrata, Pyar, Daya, Seva. These things are going to be in every single faith. The only way to God is through the Santaka Marg. And the Santaka Marg is very straightforward. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar. These things have to be removed. And Sat, Santok, Daya, Taram, Khima, Pyar. These things have to be embraced. Lust, pride, anger, greed, attachment, they have to be reduced. You can't get away with it. You might think, you know what, I'd like a religion where I can be as kami and krodhi as I want, but you can't. There's no other way but to embrace this path of truth. Which is what sometimes people get a bit confusing, because they think you sound like you're saying we're the best. No, we're not saying that the only way to God is through Guru, but we're saying the only way to God is to the truth that the Guru teaches. Ei sachai hegi hai. Sache marg chalde haan, usat kare jahan. This is the path of truth. So Maharaj says, Pahin gahe jab te tum re, tab te ko aankh tare nahi aanyo. I have no other khushi from anybody else, Maharaj, after I got hold of you. Because in a way, they're so amazing, nothing can even compare, hai na? Nothing can compare to them. The problem for us, if we don't feel this way, if we don't feel, oh Waheguru, after I met you now, there's no swad in anything else. If we don't feel that way, that's because we haven't met Waheguru. Simple ji gal hegi hai. You can't but help fall in love with Waheguru. They are so amazing. Matlab darshan hoye nahi. There was a kahani by Sant Mani Singh, he was telling, the first UK Mahapurukh, yeah, he's passed away now, Jyoti Jyot, but he said a Bibi came up to him and she said, you know what, I do so much Mool Mantar job, manu kade Rab Mahsoos hoya hi nahi. She was complaining. She goes, what's the point then? Then he said to her, Bibi ji, that means you haven't done it yet. Tu shuru bhi nahi kitta. Now we might think, well, that doesn't sound right. There are so many other things that have to be right for that Mool Mantra to work. Tahi Maharaj is telling us in it all the time, he walked this path, Kaam, Krodh, Lobh, Ahankar, Tyagna. There's no point sitting there reading Mool Mantra and going, I'm so good, I've done so much part, check me out. When I maybe shout it out so other people can hear it. Hai. There's another story I heard, Sant Hardev Singh was telling a story, funny story. He said that a guy came up to him and he said, Baba ji, tusi ardas kara do. I read 400 Sukhmani Sahib de part. 400, 200. Baba ji looks at him, he goes, you done so many Sukhmani Sahib de part. Takriban ek part vaste 45 minute lagde hege hain. 45 minute to ghanta. So you spend 200 hours doing all this part, at least. And you can't do a 5-minute ardas for yourself. You know what his answer was? He said, well, if I did the ardas, who's going to tell the Sangha that I've done 200 parts? Yeah. So and you know what he said back? You can wish the katha is online, it's Sant Hardev Singh Lulawale. They go, it would have been better for you had you not done those parts. Because all the hankar you took on, yeah, that's been poison. Unfortunately, sometimes it is like that. We do a lot of good things, but we think they're good, but unfortunately we haven't got the right mat, we haven't got the right mentality, and so all those things go to waste. So if we start with this idea, ki pahin gahe jab te tumre, when I got hold of your pair na, matlab pair padna means everything is in your kirpa. When you fall at someone's feet and you grab hold of their feet, you expect them to do everything else after that. You don't expect yourself to do much. You're saying, Maharaj, tusi sab kuch karo, save me now. So when we fall at his feet, in that submission, then we will have this experience, ki our ego will be out of the way. When the ego is out of the way, Maharaj says, Home naave naal viruddh hai, doina vase ek thai. When the ego is opposed to the naam, then when you get rid of the ego, then the naam can come. Naam can come because we have got garibi. We've become humble. So we say these words to our Guru, we say, Pahin gahe jab te tumre. Then we have to feel that we're at his feet. We have to feel that we've given up all other support and fallen at his feet. Maharaj says, Tab te ko aankh tare nahi aanyo. Then they say, Ram Rahim Puran Quran Anek kahe mat ek na manyo. They say Ram. Now Ram here doesn't mean Waheguru, because Maharaj is saying many times ki Ram japo ji aise aise. It's not that Ram. They say Ram Chandar, Ram ji. Yeah? They say Ram, Rahim. Now, when they say Ram here, they're talking about those Hindus who worship Ram Chandar, not those people that worship Ram as in Waheguru Ramya Hoya Ram. So they said some people speak about Ram, some people speak about Rahim. Now Rahim here doesn't mean that Maharaj is saying this name is wrong. They're saying that the people who are Islamic, who use this word Rahim, if you watch any lecture, and I watch quite a few by the Muslims on YouTube, they always start off with that. Yeah, they'll say Bismillah Rahmat Rahim. Yeah. So when they say that means they're calling God Rahim, so they go, those people who are Muslim, those people who are Hindu, Ram Rahim, Puran Quran. Those who will talk about the Puranas. Puranas are the Hindu texts. There's many Hindu texts. There's Puranas, there's Kate, there's Shastra, Simritis, Veds. So this is one version, but it's rhymes with the word Quran. So Maharaj shows that, but they mean all the Hindu texts. Ram, Rahim, Puran and Quran, the Islamic text. But you could take that to mean including the text of the Old Testament and the Bible as well, because that's all the Western text, you might call the Abrahamic religions. Anek kahe mat ek na manyo. Anek, they say many things. They tell many stories. They tell many parables. Maharaj says mat ek na, but ek na manyo. I don't accept any of these things. Now that doesn't mean Maharaj is rejecting all those things. It's not rejection. It means that Maharaj is not saying that accept those things above the words of you, Waheguru. The words that Gurus have given to us, they are paramount to a Sikh. For a Sikh, it's very clear, the very first mat we need is Guru's mat. Gur ki mat tu le aane, pagat bina baudu besyane. When we take our Guru's mat, then we can compare what other religions are saying. We can understand where they come from, but primarily we must stick to our Guru's mat. Some people, they don't learn Guru mat properly. They go off and learn other religions first. The problem is then they get totally confused. Then they start calling people up, Baji, I don't understand. Explain this to me. Some people are saying this, some people are saying that. And more important, that's a problem that we've created. As a Panth, we've created this problem. This problem is because we're not educating our youth. Siddhi Galya, we're not educating our youth in Sikhi properly. A Gurdwara should be the place where you are guaranteed to learn Sikhi. Nowadays, a Gurdwara is a place where you're almost not guaranteed not to learn Sikhi, unless you know Punjabi already. So we need to work out what are we doing, because Maharaj is telling us that Gurdwara is a place to learn. Guru Dwara hoye soji paisi. What soji? Ki, what am I and what is my purpose in life? That's the main soji we need. Ode begar ki faida? Vidya vichari tam parupkari. If we don't read our Guru's Vidya, if we don't understand our Guru's Vidya first, what knowledge they've given us, how can we do parupkar of somebody else? Nahi to fir ki hoega? I want to do seva. What's going to happen? We'll think seva is driving some drunk people home. You're sober, you drive them home, seva hogi. Other people will be doing some other more dodgy things. So I'm not joking, this is a real example. This is a real example. Somebody said to me just recently. They said, I don't drink when I go out with my mates, but I drive them back. That's my seva. That is not seva. We need to be very clear about this. You're not serving your Guru by doing that. Seva means service. Service of whom? Of your Guru. If you're serving Guru, then when you're feeding langar, you go, Guru di kirpa, I got this seva, I'm doing someone's seva. If you're outside on the street and somebody falls over, and you go, Tan Guru Nanak, you gave me a chance to serve you, that's seva. If you will look at me, check me, I'm picking this person up, because Maharaj is saying that which home seva na hove. In home we can't even do seva. So Vidya Vichari, we have to read the Guru's Vidya, do Vichar of that Vidya, understand it, and then we can do Paru Upakar. Upakar means to help someone, Paryanu Upakar, to help somebody else. It's going to be very hard for us to really understand what seva is until we read Bani first. First we get Guru's mat, then we can serve. The Maharaj says that these things, I don't accept any of these things, because very first thing I accept is my Guru, and the next thing I accept my Guru's Bani. If we start accepting these things first, then we can approach what the Puranas and the Qurans are saying and understand what they say, what makes sense, what doesn't make sense as per Gurmat. But pehla Guru di Vidya nu vicharna hega. Maharaj says, Simrit Sastra Bed Sabab Bahu Ped Kahe Hum Ek Na Janyo. They say Simrit, Simritis, not Simrit as in Simranam, but Simritis. Simritis, the Shastras, Ved means Vedas, Ved Sabah, all these books, Hindu books, Bahu Ped Kahe. They describe many mysteries of you, Waheguru, Mat, Bed Hum Ek Na Janyo. But I myself, I don't know. Janna means that I accept them. Janna and manana very similar. Maharaj saying, I don't accept any of them. Not that I don't see this truth there, but I don't hold those, this is my truth. My truth is what you're saying. Because Maharaj says next, ki Sri Asapan Kripa Tumari Kar Main na kahyo Sab tohe bakhanyo. Sri Asapan. Oh Waheguru, Asapan is the kirpan on your you're holding the kirpan. An can also mean in your hand. Maharaj saying Sri Aspan, you're holding the as in your an. Maharaj Sri Aspan, Kripa Tumri Kar. Waheguru, give me your Kripa. Shri means Shromani. So the Shromani holder of the sword, the very first holder of the sword for us is that Sri Astuj, Sri Khadagaket. These words are also used for Waheguru. They mean the same thing. You have a kirpan in your hand. Kripa Tumri Kar. You do your kirpa. Kyo? Why do we need his kirpa? Main na kahyo tab tohe bakhanyo. Maharaj says, I am not going to speak now. Tusi aap karwao. You do the kirpa and give me your ilahi bani. This is revelation. This line is very important because every Sikh knows this svaya. Aam taur te even the little kids know this svaya. But understanding what it means is Sri Aspan Kripa Tumri Kar. Do your kirpa. Main na kahyo. Guru Gobind Singh Ji is saying is, I am not saying these words. Although a Sikh says Padshahi Dasvi, a Sikh Guru Gobind Singh Ji is not saying these words. Main na kahyo sab tohe bakhanyo. You are Waheguru, you are making Guru Gobind Singh Ji say these words. These are God's words through Guru Gobind Singh Ji to the Sikh. Gur Prasadi, through the Guru. So it's revelation. Maharaj says. Now why does Maharaj say this? They say by your power you're saying all these things. I am not saying this. Why are they saying it? Because this Bani, this Svaya comes from the end of Ram Avatar. You might not know this, you might think it comes at the end of Chaupai Sahib. But if we looked for it in the end of Chaupai Sahib, you wouldn't find it there. Where you would find it is in Ram Avatar. Guru Gobind Singh Ji describes the whole the stories of Ram, what he did, and then they say, Ram, Rahim, Puran, Quran, anek hai, mat ek na manyo. They go, I've described the story to you, but I don't accept this story. Matlab, I don't accept it to be the truth that I need to follow. I accept only God's words, as in the Gurbani. Yeah? It's interesting for us to note that where it comes from, because if you describe someone's story and you say, but I'm not going to listen to him, that means from the very beginning you didn't really listen to him. But then the question comes up, why did they then explain the story then? Why did they explain this whole katha? Now, many times in Bani, we will get a story about Ramji. Many Shabads will talk about the actual Ram, not talking about Ram as in Waheguru. They will talk about Ram. Even in Japji Sahib, Maharaj would explain to us, Tin mein Ram rahya parpur. Then, Tithe Sito Sita Mehma Mahe. Now we talked about this when you get Japji Sahib, that Guru Sahib there is not saying that we have to be Sita. And this Ram Ji is not going to be inside them. Who is Ram and who is Sita? Sita was a very loyal bride. Hana? We know that because the stories will tell us that when Hanuman came to save her, she said, no, I'm not going to go with you. She said, let Ram come himself, then I'll go. She was a very loyal person. Therefore, a Sikh is the same. So Maharaj now, this given us this Svaya as a concluding the Chaupai Sahib, and also concluding for taken for us from the end of Ram Avatar to explain to us that Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj is not the worshipper of any Devi Devte. They don't follow the Vedas, the Kitabs, they don't follow the Quran, they don't follow the Simritis, the Shastras, anything. What do they follow? Ilahi Bani from their own mouth and also from the mouths of their own Guru, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, and then their Guru, Guru Harkishan Sahib Ji, and all the way back to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. Because as a Sikh is concerned, all this Bani is Ilahi Bani, is Turki Bani. It was this kind of faith that I only follow my Guru, that I only rely upon my Guru, This is the kind of faith that we need to have as a Sikh. That's the kind of faith that Baba Deep Singh Ji had. Maharaj says, since I got hold of your feet, Waheguru, pahen gahe jab te tumre, tab te ko aankh tere nahi haru. No one else makes me happy. I don't get khushi from anywhere else. That people, the Ram, Rahim, Puran, Quran, many things are written in said by the Hindus. Many things are said by the Muslims. They speak about him as Kareem. Many people speak about him in the Purans and the Qurans, but I don't accept any of them, Maharaj says. Simriti Sastras, the Vedas, all these things, they speak so many mysteries about you, but Waheguru, bahut ped kahe, hum ek na janiyo. I don't put my faith in any of those things. Where do I put my faith, Maharaj? I put my faith in Sri Aspan Kripa Tumri Kar. In your grace, I put my hands. And if you do your Kripa, what will happen, Maharaj says? Main na kahyo, sab te bakhaniyo. He's reaffirming to us, just like Guru Arjan Dev Ji, Guru Ram Das Ji and Guru Nanak Dev Ji always reaffirm to us, where is the Bani coming from? Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj says, Jaisi mein aave khasam ki Bani, Tasra kari gyan ve lalo. Reaffirming to us that Bani is revelation. Guru Ram Das Ji is saying, ki Satgur ki Bani sat kar jano gur sikho, har karta aap moh kadai. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj is saying so many times that this Bani is from God. Now, it's up to us whether we think all our Gurus are just telling us some kind of fib, or it is the absolute truth. And therefore, if God has said these words, then we should follow them. Hana? Maharaj says in Bani ki, Ayo sunan padan ko Bani. We've come to listen and read Bani. Because Bani is Naam. So Maharaj said, Naam visar laghe anlalach birtha janam parani. If we forget Bani, we will forget Naam. Because Bani is always reminding us about Naam. Hana? If we start reading Sukhmani Sahib, we will remember to say Waheguru. Because pehli cheez assi padhni hai ki simar 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 sukh paavo kal kalesh tan mahe mitavo. How many times when we're in Kalesh, we can't say Simran? We say, oh, mere to nahi hona Maharaj, got too much Kalesh in my mind, I can't do Simran. Maharaj saying, no, it's the other way around. If you do Simran, then the Kalesh will go. The doctor tells you the real medicine, hai na? If we use our own matana, we'll say, I'll do Simran when I'm nice and chilled, when I'm relaxed. Maharaj saying, no, when you're stressed, then do Simran, because then you will get the peace that you need. You don't need to stay stressed. Give you the right medicine. So Guru di mat leni hegi hai. So Maharaj says then, I haven't got the power to write this. Waheguru, you write all of this. And then they say, Sagal dwar ko chhad ke geho tuharo dwar bahen gahe ki laaj as Gobind das tuhar. This is a dohira. Dohira means always 2 lines. And so whenever we get the dohira again, if you know the tune, it's going to be the same kind of tune. Theek hai na? Maharaj says Sagal dwar. Now before in Chaupai Sahib, every time the word Sagal came up, it came as Sakal. But Sagal here, Sagal means all. Sagal dwar ko chhad ke. I left all other doors. Which kind of doors? Maharaj just told us. Simrat, Sastra, Ved, Sabay, Ram, Rahim, Puran, Quran. These are the doors that I have left. I've left what was there before. Something new has come here. The world had 2 religions before, 2 main, what you might call religious groups. Yeah? The Jews, the Christians and the Muslims. And on this side, the Hindus, the Brahmins, the Hindus and the Buddhists and the Jains. But now, something new has come. Tisar mazhab khalsa upajyo pardhana. The 3rd way. Something new, something about oneness, something that you can see parts in both, but still remains nirala. So, Sagal dwar ko chhad ke gehyo tuharo dwar. I've got hold of, I've got hold of your door. We can imagine to ourselves, we can look, we'll be sitting in a room with many doors around us, and one door says Guru. Yeah? For a Sikh is the Guru. What Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj is speaking to Akal Purakh, and they're saying Sagal dwar ko chhad ke geho Toharo Dwar. Toharo means your door. But what is a Sikh saying? Sikh is saying it to Guruji. The Guruji, I've left all of the doors and I've got hold of your door, Thode Dwar. The Gurdwara is that door as well. It should be a door to enlightenment. Because the point is you're supposed to go through the door. है ना? दरवाजा पूजने वास्ते नहीं बना होता. There's no door made to worship at the door. The point of a door is a portal to go through it to the other side. That's what it says, Guru Dwara hoye. Through the door, soji paisi. Then it says, Et Dware toye hacha hoisi. They say, if you wash through this door, imagine like sometimes you go swimming pool, na? Before we can go in the swimming pool, we have to go in the shower quickly. Mother saying, Et Dware toye hacha hoisi. You become purified. Babalji Singh was talking in Coventry on Wednesday. He gave a very good example. Why can't we go directly to God? He says, Dekho samandar vich pani hega. But you can't drink that water, hai na? Or peen jogini. You couldn't join it to the drinking water. If you put all the water in the ocean, you joined it to the water that's in the reservoir will get ruined and we won't be able to drink it because it's very salty. Khada hai. So what he was giving this example, he said that what we need to do is that same water is evaporated by the sun. Once it's evaporated, it goes up. And then when it comes down with the rain, then it's good enough to drink. Or badal vich. That transformation process. This is what the Guru offers us. The transformation process. So we can go and meet Waheguru. Har darge ka basit. He is that person who's going to join us to Waheguru, but we have to go through his process. And his process is to purify us so we're good enough to meet Waheguru. Maharaj says, Sagala dwar ko chhad ke geho toharo dwar. I've grabbed hold of your door, Waheguru. I grabbed hold of your feet. Bahen gahe ki laaj as Gobind das tohar. Bahen gahe. Bahen here means that Waheguru, to see, you have gold, meri banu fad lo. You grab hold of my arm and save me, ki laaj as. Save my honor. Why? Why should you save my honor? Gobind das tohar. Because I am your servant. Now, there's three ways to understand this Gobind das tohar. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj is talking to Waheguru and they're saying, oh Waheguru, I am your servant. Gobind das. Gobind is your das. But when we're saying it, we're not going to say that we're Guru Gobind Singh Ji. So what's a Sikh saying? Ki Guru Gobind Singh Ji, I'm your das. It's beautiful. But then also, Satsanga Ji, there's another way of understanding Gobind Das, because Guru Gobind Singh Ji's name was Gobind Rai. This Bani we know was written before the Amrit Sanchar. So Guru Gobind Singh Ji here is revealing his nickname. Their nickname was Gobind Das, because he used to call them Gobind Rai, and they have so much nimrata, they will say Gobind Das. Rai means king, and they will say Das, servant. When we give our Guru the Utshaha, they say I'm Das, we say we're your Das, they say Asi Das and Das. We say we're your Das, we're Guru Das. Guru says I'm Das and Das, I'm the Das of those people that are Das. So, and then if we say Asi Das and Das again, फिर Guruji says मैं Das and Das and Das. Wherever we try to build our Guru up, Guruji says I'm still हाँ कुर्बाने जाओ मेहरबाना, हाँ कुर्बाने जाओ, हाँ कुर्बाने जाओ तना के लैन जो तेरा नाव तना के हाँ sad kurbane jao. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj is saying these words. I'm a sacrifice to those who take your name. So Guru Gobind Singh Ji's little nickname for themselves was Gobind Das. That's something to learn from this Bani as well. Maharaj says that for us, O Waheguru, take care of me, take care of my arm, grab hold of me and protect my honor. Why this dohra? Kyunki sadi laaj rakhni hegi hai. What Maharaj has given us before Chaupai Sahib is all the other games in the world. Hai na? For the sake of many other things, mostly calm, we lose so much honor in this world. Maharaj says, Oh Waheguru, save me. And dekho, the Khalsa is meant to do Raj. The Khalsa is made to do Raj. Yeah? Raj karega Khalsa. So when you create something for the sake of doing Raj, you have to give it even higher morals than the normal person. Yesterday I was reading news about Gaddafi. Okinna Madasi. Yeah, he's killed now in Libya, but he had supreme power in Libya, and yet he was one of the most calmy people in Libya. And he abused his power immensely. Inna mara mein padya na, it was horrible. And they didn't even tell this to the world because it's so sickening. And so I was saying it was so sickening, but it's so true as well. And they took interviews from these people. So the truth is there that when people have power, but they don't have the large, they don't have any respect, they don't have any honor, no gurmat to follow, no teachings of truth, then they can become depraved. They become so horrible, then the whole world cries out. Then the revolution happened in Libya, because that's Guru's kirpa as well. Guru Waheguru, same thing, Waheguru's kirpa, that these dusht, they got destroyed. So a Sikh's job is to always say, Maharaj, meri laaj rakh lo. Save my honor, because myself, with all my kaam, krodh, lobh, ahankar, I will lose my honor. Mere ch kedi mat hegi hai? Walk outside, you could lose your honor in one day, in a second. People saying it takes your whole lifetime to build up a reputation, and you can ruin it in just 1 second. But with Guru's kirpa, then we stay within the rahat and we keep our honor. Everybody can make mistakes. Vasi aayega nimanya ke maan, nitanya ke taan, ne otya ke ot, ne asar ke asar, ne patya de pat, ne gatya de gat. Kirpa karo. The sixth job is to say to Guruji, Kirpa karo, tusi rakh lo mainu, because I haven't got the mat to save myself, you have the mat to save me and the whole world. So tusi kirpa karo. The whole of Sikhi is about doing a benti in the proper way. The whole of Chaupai Sahib, we've come to the end now, is all about how to do a benti. Because Guru Sahib starts off with Japji Sahib, and they're giving us the Brahm Gyan. Then they're giving us Jap Sahib, so that we can start doing some repetition, get some Simran going. Jap Sahib is basically Simran, if you understand it properly. Then the next thing is, Maharaj gives us Svaiye. Don't become Hankari. Svaiya's main message is stay in love, don't become proud. But then Maharaj gives us the things for the world. They tell us that when we go out into the world, there's going to be many things that will make us fall down. So then learn how to do a benti. Ki benti karni chahiye. When you do a benti, you can't do it with any holding back. Has to be unreserved benti. I'm going to go through a little shabad quickly about benti, because it starts off with Benantiya. Maharaj says, Suno Benantiya Swami Mere Ram. Oh my Waheguru, listen to my benti. Suno Benantiya Swami Mere Ram. Kot aparad pare pi tere chere Ram. They say, I'm full of so many sins na Maharaj, but fir bhi tera chera ya. I'm your servant, Chela. Chela is the same as a Sikh. Here, the word Chela means servant, but it also means ki a Sikh. A Sikh is a Chela. So a Sikh is Chela is doing this to Guruji, saying, Maharaj, Kot aparad pare pi tere chere Ram. Maharaj said, oh Waheguru, Dukh haran kirpa karan. This is what you are, Mohan kal kale se panjana. You are the one who can destroy my dukh, the one who can do kirpa upon me. You are the attractive, beautiful one who can rip out my kal kalesh, the stress in my mind. You can destroy it. Saran teri rakh leho meri sarab mandaranjana. Maharaj, I have come to your sharan, just like Benti Chaupai this is. So much like Benti Chaupai. Saran teri rakh leho meri. Meri ki, meri laaj. In your sharana, save me. Minu rakh le, just keep my honor. And then sarab mandaranjana. You are everywhere, Maharaj. You are the purest of the pure. Then sunat pekat sang sabke prab neruhu te nera. We have to remind ourselves that he is listening and watching every single thing. Otherwise, we are not going to start changing ourselves. Maharaj is telling us, what are we like? We show the world, this is what we're like. But gahan kare baith ke, we don't know what we look like. When we're out and about, when we're showing the rest of the world. But if we understood these lines now, we understood this. Ki sunat pekhat sang sab ke, Prabhu nerhu te nera. Ardas Nanak sun Swami, rakh leho kar ke chere. Maharaj is saying ki you are the nearest of the near, but Maharaj, listen to my ardas, oh my Lord, my Master, rakh leho kar ke chere. Save this servant of yours. Main tode kar da sevak hega. I am your house slave. Even in the African, when the Africans were being in slavery, there was caste servants and armed servants. The armed servants would be out in the fields doing the farming, and there was house slaves. They were caste servants. What we're saying here, Maharaj, I am your house slave. I'm not just put out to work from 9 to 5. I live in your house and I eat your roti, and I'm your servant from your own house. Te mainu rakh lo, tu samrat sada, hum deen pe khari ram. This whole Shabad is like a repetition. You are the most powerful. Hum deen pe khari. We are beggars at your feet. Pe khari. Pikhari hai gaya si Ram. Maya moho magan kad leho murari Ram. Whereas madan is like, mad means alcohol. We're trapped in the alcohol of Maya moho. Maharaj, save me. Take me out of this. Lob moho bekar badyo anak dokh kamavane. Alipat bandhan rahat karta kiya apna pavane. Maharaj is telling us, for us, that we are bound down by these greed, attachment, corruption. We earn so many dokh kamavane. We are trapped inside, but you, Vaheguru, you are attached and unattached. Santan dukh paaye te dukhi, sukh paaye sadhan ke sukhi. You are attached to your servants, but at the same time, you are nirlep. You are not attached to anything. But Maharaj is telling us ki we earn the fruit of our own actions. We have to be careful to remember that He is nearby and look at our actions, fall at Guru's sharan and not commit those bad actions. Because Maharaj says, Kar anugrah patit pavan bahut jon pramate hari. This is the word har prayo. I've fallen at your door. Why? Because I've traveled in so many different reincarnations. We traveled in so many, but now Maharaj si kirpa karo. You are the one who can purify us. We don't have the power. Purify me, Maharaj. I'm tired. Thak gaya main har gaya. Bidwant Nanak Das Harka Prabhajiya Pran Adhari. I am your servant. You are the one who keeps me alive. My breath is from you. Then Maharaj says, Tu samrat vada meri mat thori ram. This is the thing for a Sikh to say to their Guru. If a Sikh says these words to the Guru, then a Sikh has started to become a Sikh. Ki tu samrat vada meri mat thori ram. Until we don't say these words now, we're not going to understand what Sikhi is. Because say sadi mat inni vaddi hegi hai, tasi manmati hegi hai. Je sadi mat choti hegi hai, फिर असी गुरमत के अनुसार रह सकते हैं. तू समर्थ वड्डा. You are all powerful. You are the greatest. मेरी मत थोड़ी राम. I've got a very little mat. My understanding is so inadequate. पाल है अकिर्त कना पूरन दृष्ट तेरी राम. Save me, Maharaj. You even save those people who are akirt kana, who don't thank you for everything. The ungrateful, you even look after them. So give me your kirpa. Agad bodh apar karte mohi neech kachu na jana. I don't know anything. I'm an idiot. You are the most amazing thing. Ratan tyag sangrahan kodi pasu neech eana. I'll leave the jewels that you give me. Look at ourselves and our panth. We have so many jewels here in Gurbani. We leave these jewels now. Dunya de piche bhaj rahe hage. Everybody is chasing money. So Sangat ji, ask your parents, I'm talking to the kids here, ask your parents. When they come here, they could have had a house with just one bedroom, one kitchen, small one bathroom. Fir bhi na, o khushi se ge. Now we're living in our 4-5 bedroom houses, 3-4. But then what happens? We don't see each other. Utte bhi khushi nahi. When you go to India on holiday, or if you stay for a couple of months, very soon you get used to the way the water is, the way the food is. And you know what? Initially it might be tough, but after a little we go back to how we used to be. We don't even notice कि England में shower कितना सोना सेगा, हैं? We get used to many things in this world. The creature comforts now, they can go up and down, but very quickly we go back to how we used to be. And unless we have the happiness in the family around us, unless we have the naam, bani, rahat na, then the rest of it doesn't really matter. So we can chase after money, we can chase after a big fat yard, the big gaddiyan, but ek gal bilkul sachi hegi hai, that will not give you happiness. It won't bring you happiness. Because unless we say these words, na meri mat thodi ram, we won't even take the Guru's mat. Ki pagat pe na bahut dube syane. Without pagti na bahut syane log. Syane means people that are successful as well. Because syane people successful honde hai normally. Wo bhi dub jande hege without taking the Guru's mat. Maharaj is telling us, we keep making mistakes. Tyag chalti maha chanchal dokh kar kar jori nanak saran samrat swami paj rakho meri. Same thing. कि बाहें गहे की लाज अस गोबिंद दास तुहार ताते विछड़िया तिन आप मिलाया राम साधु संग में हर गुण गाया राम. Everything for us is a Sadh Sangat. If you want to get to Guru's Sharan, come to the Sadh Sangat. This is the message of this. What is a Sikh to say now? बाहें गहे की लाज अस गोबिंद दास तुहार, because सगल द्वार को छाड़ के कहो तुहारो द्वार. The Gurudwara, the Guru's Dwara, the Sadh Sangat, this is where we need to fall. This is where we need to fall at the Sadh Sangat. Tusi rakh lo, let me stay in the Sadh Sangat. I met many a person, when they listen to Katha, I look at that person, unhe bahut pyar hega. But I know this person is going to walk back into their normal life. They're not going to stay in the Sangat for the whole week. And during the week, all that asar of the Sangat will just wear down. And a week later they come back to the Sangat, get recharged. Then during the week they get drawn down again. But their life doesn't change. You got puncture in the wheel, you pump it up, after the whole day you'll go back down again, then you go in the morning, you pump it up again, and it will go back down again. They're not putting the plaster. You have to fix it. So we have to find the Sadh Sangat. No matter what happens, we have to find Sadh Sangat, because this is the only way Sadh Sangat ke asre prabhsyo rang laye. When I was in the army now, we had to do this thing. 4 days marching, it was in Holland. 25 miles a day for 4 days. Kafi aukha se gas, but 4 marathons, 1 marathon every day. And marching with boots and stuff. Now the first day we did this march now, we thought, oh, we're really cool, we're really fit. Koi na. I was the team captain. And I said, chalo, let's just walk. All of us just walk by ourselves. Gappa marde, we'll get there. That was the worst day of the 4 days. Why? Because no one was marching in beat. No one was marching as a Sangat. We were just walking around. Everybody was disillusioned. Everybody was bored. Around us, we kept seeing these teams that were singing songs and marching together. You know, like the Americans march, yeah? And we thought, they're so weird. Again marching. We don't need that. We just walk ourselves. The next day, we said, let's march in beat. Let's march together. The third day, we were singing songs as well. And that was easier. It was easier and easier when you're marching as a beat, in beat with the people around us. We had some Sangat. It wasn't Sadh Sangat because we were not trying to talk to Vaheguru. Yeah? Some of the songs were a bit objectionable as well. However, because we were together, because we were walking together, all of us forgot the pain of our feet, forgot our blisters, and we kept going. When we fell down, we got tired, somebody else just had to touch us a little bit, we keep on going. So this is how Sangat works. The word Sangat, Sang means join, and Gati means a movement. So to move together. This is the meaning of the word Sangat. This is why I try to give you this example of the word Sangat, because when you move together, it's much easier. If you join any fitness team, what do? They go for runs together. Yeah? Why? Because we get encouraged by the people around us. So if the people around you are not moving towards Guru, then you can't move with them. They're not helping you. You're going to have to find people that are moving towards Guru Sahib and then jump in with them and say, can I spot in here? And they'll fit you in, and that's it. You'll be moving together. towards Guru. Sadh Sangat means find the sadhu, on the Sankaro, te gati. Keep moving, so your gut gets to there. For us, we must find the Sadh Sangat. So let's look at ourselves now. We've looked at this idea we have to find Sadh Sangat. That's all fine. But Sadh Sangat ji, if you're going to take Benti Choppe, the laha of Benti Choppe is that it is a part about Bir Ras, warrior spirit. Whenever we are in a panth faced by obstacles, then we sing these words. Ki Maharaj, Hamri karo haath de racha, puran hoye chit ki ichha, tavacha nanman rahe hamara, apna jaan karo pratpara. And then, Hamre dust sabe tum kaavo, aap haath de mohe bachavo, sukhi basai moro parivara, sevak sikh sabe kartara. Ki Maharaj, let the Sikhs prosper. Let the Sikhs prosper. Let them be strong together. That the panth is strong together and the enemies of the panth get destroyed. Some people ask outside, they go, what's the point of only focusing upon the Sikhs? Why don't we just go and spread Sikhi to even the Sikhs outside? So Sangatji, before you start a battle, you have your small group of people that are the most committed ones. And the other people get inspired by them. Look at Baba Deep Singh Ji, Shaheed. Look at them. Who were they? They were the head of the Shahidi missile. That was their job. Their missile was called Shahidi missile. The only job of that missile, of the people that joined that missile, was to become Shaheed. So they used to find the hardest jobs, the things that would definitely require someone to give up their life. They would say, Asi wo kaam karna hai. This was the kind of people in our panth. They took an oath, ki asi marna hi marna, Guru vaste marna hi marna. All we're going to do now is live to find the right battle where we're going to die for our Guru, for our panth. These are the kind of people that were around our panth. We look at ourselves nowadays, many of us are looking for the easiest way to serve the Guru. Whatever can fit inside our normal routine, 9 to 5 kaam jana hai, weekends, everything else, but give me that job that fits around my normal routine, Maharaj, that I can do for you. And then we smile at our Guru. Maharaj, I can do that much for you. Maharaj is giving us everything, and the thing that we can do for them is that fits around our lifestyle. But those times, and even nowadays, even 84, there were people that said these words, Ki panth vase, main ujra, man chao kanera. That Guru Sahib, I'll be happy now, even if I die, I'll be happy when the panth survives. We have to look at ourselves, work out, how is this panth going to stand up? Why should we focus upon the Khalsa? Because the Khalsa is the Guru. The Khalsa is the Guru, and the way the Guru is going to stand up is when the Khalsa takes itself seriously. Yeah? When the Khalsa realizes that it has got the power of Waheguru in its hands. The Khalsa at the moment, somebody said we made this course 12 Gurus. 12 Gurus we said. Koi dukhi ho gaya. I thought there was 11 Gurus. He said, yeah, there's obviously Guru Granth Sahib is our Guru, but also Guru Khalsa Panth is our Guru. And somebody said, you know what, we should change the name of that course because people might get confused. Maybe we need a bit of confusion. Maybe without confusion we don't even ask the question. Ki, why are there 12 Gurus? Why the Guru Khalsa Panth is the Guru? The question should be there. Sometimes in our Panth, sometimes in our lives, we are living in such comfortableness now, we need a bit of a prod to wake us up, to start doing something. 84 was that kind of prod. Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj was tired of the panth being so lazy, doing nothing. Delhi which dekh lo, all the Sikhs in Delhi, they cry about what happened in November, but nobody was Shastar Tari. Maharaj said, Shastran ke adheen hai Raj. By the support of Shastars, we get to be Raj. And all those Sikhs in Delhi, Shastraheen sige. Maharaj said, Bina kesh Shastran diho na dedare. They said, don't come in front of me without your kesh and without a kirpan in your hand. Not just the men, the women as well. They said, carry a kirpan. Who else has armed women in this world? Koi aur hai? Jine aurat nu shastra ditta hega. With the aurat itself, they want rights. Women want rights. What's the biggest right? To carry a weapon. That weapon is being given to us by Guru Gobind Singh themselves. We can fight all the feminism in the world, join all these feminist movements, but you turn up to a feminist movement with a kirpan in your hand now, everybody's eyes will be like this. Check her out. Yeah? Now there goes the real warrior. ठीक है ना? By whose kirpa? By Guru Gobind Singh Ji, the feminist. Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj, the biggest feminist in the world, who gave a woman a kirpan. Said, protect yourself. And the same women, the same auratan that were prepared to give Nawab Jassa Singh Ahluwalia, who became the next one after Nawab Kapoor Singh, he was given by his mother to Nawab Kapoor Singh. His mother went up to Nawab Kapoor Singh and said, Enu sikhao. Nawab Kapoor Singh, this kid, Jassa Singh Ahluwalia, would have had a Sangat of Baba Deep Singh. Baba Deep Singh was the head of the Shahidi Misl at that time. Eho je Mahapurka de darshan karke, Sangat karke, someone like Baba Jassa Singh Ahluwalia became the head of the whole Panth. Sultan-e-Qaum they called him. Baba Deep Singh Ji, this kind of person who believed in Guru Maharaj, he said the same words, ki Maharaj meri laaj rakh lavo. Keep my laaj. The head was off there on the floor, and somebody said, Babaji, you did ardas. You're going to get to Harmandir Sahib and then you're going to give up your pran. You done ardas. If you, as the head of the missile, don't keep up your honor, how can we trust anybody else's word? And we said, Karam Khand ki bani jor. Those people that reached that Karam Khand, their words have power. Baba Deep Singh then heard, their soul was just there, but the body was dead. Then they said to Maharaj, Ki Bahin gahe ki laaj as Gobind Das Tuhar. I am your Das. Now keep my honor. Let me carry on fighting. Satguru mera maar jewale. My Guru is that powerful. Jo mar gaya hega, onnu bhi jiva lenda hega. He brought him back. Now you imagine that enemy who was looking at somebody walking towards them, who should have been dead, but is still walking. Would they not realize who they are fighting? They are fighting the army of God. Aren't they? They are literally the army of God. Khalsa Akal Purakh ki Fauj. The proof of the army of God is that it did things that only God can do. To walk without even life. Sir nahi, but fir bhi tur rahe hege. Fir loki shanka karte hege, ho hi nahi sakda. Kyun nahi ho sakda? If you're the army of God, why can't you use God's power? Huh? If the Khalsa has stopped believing in itself, the Khalsa stopped realizing that all these people that are taken over our Gurdwara, these people who don't deserve to be in leadership positions, they need to be kicked out by the Khalsa. All over the Panth. And dekho, when you were in Leamington Spa, what happened? Funny story about our Panth, innit? We started a 12-week course in Leamington Gurdwara. The first day, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji Katha hui sigi, Sangat was full. On a Sunday, they get maybe 200 people there. On that day, we had about 250 people. Because Katha was going to be in English for the youth. All the Sangat, even those that don't come on Sundays, they came. Everybody was very happy. Sare baate aaye, even the committee wale said, well done, really nice. Pazit Singh was doing Katha as well. Then we got a phone call 2 days afterwards, sorry, the Katha has been cancelled. It's going to be 12 weeks, we advertised it, they cancelled it. We went up there to ask them why. Do you know what it came back? The committee had problems with some of the people that were sitting in the Sangat. Their opponents were sitting in the Sangat. Because they were sitting in the Sangat, they didn't want them in the Sangat, so they cancelled the program. In English we call this cut off your nose to spite your face. The Sangat is wants to listen to Katha in English. We told them we're not part of that, we're not part of those committees. Asi to UK sare prachar karte hai ki we're not related to any Gurdwara. We're all over the country. We're not part of Leamington. We have to travel up to Leamington. Sanu aukha lagda hai ki utna dur jana. And they said to us, sorry, maybe 6 months later. We said it's a 12-week course. You want us to wait 6 months to come and do a 12-week course. This is the state of our Panth nowadays. Huh? It's sachai hegi hai. The reality is what's going on is that Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj is watching us and thinking, do you believe these words, Gur Sikha? You say them, but do you believe them? Ki sagal dwar ko chhad ke geho tuharo dwar. Do we actually go up to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj and say, Maharaj, sara kuch ho gaya, I can't do anything else. Now I come to your door, you save the honor of the Panth. The Panth's honour is only going to be saved when we go back to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. Yeah? We're not going to get to go there. If we start becoming angry and stressful, they're going to call us fanatics. But there is a way of doing these things. There is a way of doing these things, but we don't want to explore it because it involves hard work and commitment. Yeah? It involves turning up to Gurdwara every week with all the stress that's going on. Keep on turning up so that one day these people will step down because they realize they haven't done anything in all those years. The benti for me is, don't become a spectator in your Gurdwara. A Gurdwara is owned by the Sangat. The Gurdwara is owned by the Guru. It's not owned by any committee. So my benti to you and all the people that are watching on YouTube as well, that when you get old enough to be able to vote in your Gurdwara, become a member for the lifetime. Siddha karo, become a lifetime member, so that if you don't like what's going on now, you can have a voice, you can do something for your Guru. The very fact is, if you have a voice, you can use it for the Guru. The same way we carry Kirpan, we don't carry it for ourselves, we carry it someday, we can do something for our Guru. Somebody is being dishonored, and a Singh is carrying a Kirpan, and a Singh can walk in and go, Maharaj, in your name, I'll give Shahidi today, because I've got a Kirpan. Maharaj has given us things to use in the same way, in this modern world now, votes, they're the same thing. If we take up our own voice by saying, man, I'm not going to do anything, then we're taking away the power that Guru Sahib has given us. Maharaj has said, ki Sangat is, Guru is 20, Sangat is 21. Guru is 20, Sangat is 21. You might say, why did they choose 20? In those days, they didn't used to say 100%. They said 20 out of 20. Yeah? 20 bisve Guru ka man mane. 20 out of 20, 100%. So Guru is 100%, but the Sangat is 101%. Maharaj is saying. Sangat even more. So for us, the same thing. We need to become members of our Gurdwara. We need to, when it's the time, use our voice. Otherwise, what will happen? We will become spectators. We will stop believing in the Khalsa. Because we will stop believing that we can do something about it. When you give up hope, that's it. It's the end. But we can't give up hope. Because we've said this. We say these words. Sagal dwar ko chhad ke. I've left those doors. Geho tuharo dwar. I've gone to your door, Maharaj. Main aa gaya, main khada aya. I haven't given up all doors and gone back home. Nahi. Sagal dwar ko chhad ke geho tuharo dwar. Main khada aya. I'm waiting at your door. Bahin gahe ki lajas. Now, Waheguru, you support me. Tusi kirpa karo. All we can do is do our one little bit that we can do. But as a together, as a Sangat, if we do something now, we can change things. Bahin gahe ki laj as Gobind das tohar. Eh na hove that when people stand up to do something right, there's no one there to support them. So Maharaj kirpa hegi hai. When the Sangat steps up and the people step up, then the most important thing is that we have this two-way relationship. We support the people that are doing the right things, and the people that are doing the right things, they take the asisa from the Sangat and they carry on doing something good as well. It's a two-way process. That's why Maharaj says, Deho sajna sisriya jo hove sahib shumir. Let's together as friends, without any ego, without any jathebandi politics, let's together as friends now serve our Guru and do something good for our Panth. I'm sure I made loads of mistakes na katha. Bakshin ji, gaj gaj fateh akhni ji. Waheguru ji ka khalsa, Waheguru ji ki fateh.
Vaheguru